Hey guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Roxanne. We are backstage at Slam Dunk Festival 2024. The All-American Rejects are back in the UK, and the guys join me now. Lovely to see you guys. Welcome back. Man, it's been a minute since you've been over here. This is genuinely very, very exciting to have you back.
Exactly 10 years to the day.
Wow, it's actually to the day?
Yeah.
That is absolutely wild.
2014. We played May 24, 25, and 26. Excuse me, 24th, 25th, and 26th of May.
There we are.
That's how you say it here.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well
Okay.
done. We appreciate the extra effort there. That's good. Man, welcome back. Let's start with that because it's so nice to have you guys over here. And yeah, back at Slam Dunk, which is a festival that definitely, I mean, I remember that first time you guys headlined and it went absolutely nuts. And it's so good to see how many people are excited for you guys to be back here today as well.
Oh, cool.
What are your memories of that last time, of like kind of 10 years ago? I mean, it's changed so much, this festival, since then.
Yeah, it was all indoor at that point, like in one building or something, right? Or in the alley behind it as well.
Yeah. I remember Less Than Jake throwing a bunch of after parties at the Brewdog Brewery. It was like my first experience with like microbrews in the UK, so I have very fond memories. Yeah.
That's nice how that develops for sure. But yeah, just generally as well, like we say, first time back in the UK in a long time. You know what the UK fans are like. They're so excited for this. Like, they're always up for it, particularly with the festival culture over here. That in itself has got to be nice to actually finally be able to come back over here, because we've been waiting, man. They've been wanting it for a long time. We've been seeing it, right?
I think we worked so hard throughout our 20s and early 30s that I feel like it was always just, when it came to the album cycle, we were here and it was hard. And the shows would go off and we would just, it was like remember that scene in Almost Famous when they've been on the road forever and the guy goes, "Still water!" And he goes, and it was supposed to be like this example of the wear of the road. So I feel like this is the first time, at least for me, where the weather is incredible. It's just everything that I think we have never experienced, where it's just like we're well rested, even a bit jet lagged though, but the weather's beautiful and we're actually here to actually experience it too, instead of just sort of getting through it. At a lot of the shows that we ended up being over here with, the tours were in the winter and it was hard, man. So this is such a gift, man, to be here 22 years later and finally having a moment to smell the roses in front of 25,000 people a night. It's a gift, man. Yeah.
I mean, that's such a good way of phrasing it, stopping and smelling the roses a bit, because I feel like that's what you guys have been doing over these last couple of years. I remember when we chatted when we were young, when you guys were there out in Vegas and stuff, and that was another great example of people just being so delighted to hear these songs live again. And I think on your headline tour as well out in the States, it felt like you're taking a victory lap and a deserved one. It's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, I think it really brought us together as a band in a completely different way. It's funny you cite that. When we were young was a moment. Everybody backstage, man. It was the first year. It was really just empty back there.
Right.
And a lot of dudes, you could tell, were just like getting the gear on and being super serious. And we're getting fucking dressed up as Elvis, like taking a piss. And because we just didn't expect the response. And then that was this catalytic moment that drove into the summer where we were like, where the fuck are all these people coming from? I think we've been completely humbled, and we got a totally different view on just how this is now for us. We're really grateful.
And what's funny, I think that was our first experience actually doing like a decent festival in the US too, because we've been coming here since 2003, doing Reading and Leeds and Slam Dunk 10 years ago. And I think finally the festival culture in the States is starting to catch up. So it's nice to finally be back here where like I feel like it originated. So this will be fun.
But also that's the other really lovely thing. I remember watching you guys that night in Vegas, and I'm sure it'll be exactly the same thing today. It's not just people like me in our 30s who were listening the first time around. All these new kids, man. And it's so true of a lot of these bands that maybe went away for a little minute and came back. That's got to be so interesting. Like, do you notice any kind of, is it a change in vibe in the crowd? It must feel like they've not aged a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, all these kids are coming to you guys for the first time, which is crazy.
Quite a spectrum looking out there these days. Yeah. So
it is, and it's not just people like showing their kids our music, because now you don't know how music is consumed. Like, you're not just learning what was cool 20 years ago from your parents. You're like finding it on some new TikTok trend or whatever. So yeah, like it is like a spectrum. Like, we have no idea where they come from, but it's nice to see that spectrum. So
nice to see that. It's a question for you guys because, like, obviously, a lot of I'm sure old friends of yours on this lineup. I mean, it's such a stacked lineup this weekend. It really, really is. Is there anyone out there you've not worked with before or not toured with before that you'd actually really, really like to either get on the road with or maybe do a song with? Anyone on the lineup this weekend?
Can I see a picture of the lineup?
You're not the first to have asked, man. You're not the first to have asked.
I feel bad because I've never really listened to their music, but I met the kid from Water Parks when we were young,
Yeah.
and he was a sweetheart. So, barring any sort of discrepancies with their music, I think it would be fun to.
They're lovely boys,
they
and
just
they're
seem like
definitely.
sweethearts.
I think he's particularly their early work. He's always cited you guys as an influence, actually. So I could see that.
He's
It'd be really nice.
the sweetest guy I think I've ever met in a band.
Oh, that's nice.
First impression, I was like, wow. This younger generation, they're not a bunch of pricks. They're really. but for us, I mean, to be honest, when we were younger, man, this was always competition.
Oh yeah.
Like I think that I think we put it on ourselves as it was a dog fight, and we had to bring down all the planes.
It felt like every man for himself. So the thought of collaborating back then was totally different than the thought of collaboration now, which is
It sort of became like the uncool thing at that time, didn't it? It really was, like you say, super competitive, and it was like, no, we're not going to collab with that band. We do everything ourselves, man. And like, I really like that attitude has kind of waned a bit
The pissing
now.
contest was what bred the joy. I mean, it's like Allman Brothers and fucking who was their antithesis? Like the Oak Ridge Boys, I think. Like
Which one are we?
Yeah,
probably.
Hey, probably, totally, yeah. It was just, I feel like that always bred better music when it was a pissing contest.
Quite possibly. Bring back the beef, I suppose. Bring back the beef. We'll see that.
BBB.
BBB.
Bring back that
beef. Bring back bat beef. That's what we're going for.
We're too old for beef, man.
Yeah, that's it.
I can only eat it once a week now. I mean, I'm on chicken and
Nice,
and fish.
strong work there. Boys, I'm going to let you go and get ready for the set, but genuinely, sincerely, really nice to have you back in the
Cheers,
UK.
thanks for
Excited to
having
see you
us,
guys on
man.
stage. All right. All American Rejects, everybody.